I'm recovering from the effects of the weekend just gone, the 10k, the Great Scottish Run, which I enjoyed, but I should probably have trained a wee bit more, but it was for good cause and charity. And also from taking part in a charity football match just a couple of hours later, support the Variety Club of Scotland against the Nuclear Humberston team. You can again post more details on the website about the time of my run and the score at the football, but I kind of pretty busy weekend, and also having been to Newton Mearns Baptist Church to see the folk there as part of their celebrations over the weekend. Now the rest of this week I think is largely going to be focused on the economy. I'm meeting with the trade union leaders, business leaders and with the First Minister just to discuss what more we can do together to get Scotland through this recession. I've said since I became Secretary of State, and I've always emphasised while I've been a Member of Parliament here, that people really don't want to see politicians squabbling for no good reason. Of course there are big disagreements in British politics and in Scottish politics. In Scotland, I'm patriotic and love my country, and it's because I love Scotland so much that I want to see it strong within the United Kingdom. And of course the SNP government have got a different view, that's no secret. They want to see Scotland like Iceland. They've argued that Scotland should be like Iceland and break away from Britain. I just think we have great influence and great strength from being one of the biggest economies in the world. And the fact these banks, the two Scottish banks, had to be saved, and it was a British taxpayer and the British government that saved them, proves that fact. Now that's an argument for another day. What I'm doing over this week is getting together with business, trade union leaders and the SNP Scottish Government to see what more we can do to support the people who are unemployed. About 54,000 Scots have lost their jobs over the past year, and once this recession's over, I want to do everything I can as Secretary of State and your local MP to get those folk back into work. I also want to support those people who don't show up in the figures, the people who went into shorter working hours, or those who have had reduced wages by their company to get the company through this global recession. So that's my focus this week. Additionally, I'm gathering a meeting of the party leaders in the Scottish Parliament and in the UK Parliament, of Labour leaders, Liberal Democrats and Conservative leaders, so that we can work together to strengthen the powers of the Scottish Parliament. Of course the Scottish Government have got their plans for a referendum, which is a real distraction at a time of such economic difficulties, and most people in Scotland know that. But what I want to do is have the Scottish Parliament that's now well established and is a real success. I want to give it more power, more responsibility, and greater control over it, how it raises and spends its money. That's why I've organised a meeting this week of all of these senior politicians, so that together these parties, supported again by business and trade union leaders, can make that Parliament stronger. It remains a shame that the SNP continue to boycott this process, but I'm going to continue regardless to do what I think is right for Scotland, which is concentrating the economy, building Scotland up rather than breaking up Britain. And I know that in that most people here in East Renfrewshire agree, and most people across Scotland increasingly agree that at a time like this we are much stronger sticking together.